Coming up tonight on YCN News, Claremont City Councilors meet to review a proposed $15.7 million city budget. The cause of the Easter Sunday fire at St. Mary Convent in Claremont remains undetermined. And the Attorney General and Keene Police Chief announced that an investigation is ongoing into a homicide in Keene, New Hampshire. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening, and welcome to this Wednesday edition of YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Claremont City Councilors met Tuesday night to review a proposed $15.7 million city budget. The city's budget for fiscal year 2015 is level funded or not increased or decreased over last year. Taxpayers will see a $13.45 per $1,000 real property valuation for the city tax rate. That's on top of an estimated school tax rate of $21.35 per $1,000 valuation. The county tax is the lowest at $3 per the same real estate valuation. In all, property owners in the city could see a total tax rate of $37.92 per $1,000 valuation, one of the highest in the region. The city will finalize its budget by late June as it enters its first full year using a fiscal year instead of a calendar year. That year begins July 1st and ends June 30th, 2015. Would it be like Christmas in July for Claremont's Department of Public Works if its budget is increased? That remains to be seen if city councilors add more money and snow removal equipment into the DPW's proposed $2.7 million spending plan for its streets and roads. DPW Director Bruce Temple was asked Tuesday night by councilors if that sum is enough. Claremont Business Alliance member Sean Walsh told councilors and Mayor James Nielsen that the city needs to plow its sidewalks better. Customers had a hard time safely getting into and out of downtown retail shops. CBA member and Spice Shop owner David Lucier agreed with Walsh, saying that he has helped several elderly customers get across the street so they wouldn't slip and fall. Councilors tentatively approved Temple's street and road spending request, though final approval will come later this spring. Ward 2 Councilor Charlene Lovett said she fears for the school children who are walking in the street because sidewalks near schools aren't plowed first. Temple said street plowing is the top priority. The cause of the Easter Sunday fire at the St. Mary Convent in Claremont remains undetermined. What remains of the vacant 3-story building owned by the Diocese of Manchester, New Hampshire, is being safely cleared. Because asbestos was found in the building, extra precaution must be taken to safely remove the fire debris. Claremont Fire Chief Rick Bergeron says the department's fire investigator, Chris Pixley, checked Monday and Tuesday for clues about the fire's cause. Samples are being taken from the rear of the first floor to determine the fire's origin. Burned bricks, floor, and wall pieces will be sent to a lab in Concord, New Hampshire, where they will be examined. It is too soon to know, pending the results of the exam, whether the fire was deliberately set or not.
The good folks at H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oils want you to know that their philosophy is simple. Wow 'em with our service. Fuel delivery when you need it and how you want it. Prepay or a 10-month budget plan puts you in control and provides automatic delivery. Or just call when you're at a quarter of a tank. Pay cash and get an additional 10 cents per gallon off.
Wow 'em with service. It's the H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oils way of doing business.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Yesterday was Teacher Appreciation Day, part of the nationally recognized National Teacher Week. The week is celebrated in the first week of May. YCN's Laura James spoke with Kearsarge Regional School District Superintendent Jerry Frew about the importance of the day.
It's a special week here in New Hampshire, Teacher Appreciation Week, so I thought we'd spend a little time at Kearsarge Regional School District and speak with Superintendent Jerry Frew about his school district. So it's a special week this week. Tell us about it.
It sure is. It's National Education Week, and today actually is Teacher Appreciation Day, National Teacher Appreciation Day. In our district, we kind of expand that to all of our staff because we have staff who fill roles of teaching in many different ways. We have kitchen folks and custodians and paraeducators and bus drivers who mentor kids in senior projects and serve as mentors and really teach in lots of different ways. So we try this week to encourage people to voice their appreciation and thanks for the good work that so many of our teachers do.
Now, modeling is really important, and it sounds like that's what these folks are doing.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so important to involve the whole teaching community, if you will, in educating our young people. And so regardless of the role of the individual in the district, we see them all as teachers.
That's right. And it doesn't stop at the classroom, does it? It sounds like, parents are big partners in that as well.
Absolutely, and we get great parent support in this district, and that's evidenced by some of the teacher appreciation functions that happen during this particular week. You can't walk into a school without finding some snack or some lavish, luncheon or some token of appreciation that parents have left for the teachers. And as a district, every year we have a word that kind of guides our thinking for the year. And this year the word is connect. And so as kind of a token of appreciation for our staff, we gave every staff member a thumb drive so that they can connect with learning, so that they can connect with other colleagues, and connect with kids in different ways.
So this week is a great week to stop into your children's school, give your teacher a pat on the back, and say thank you. I'm Laura James reporting from the SIU office at Kearsarge Regional School District. Back to the studio.
Thanks to Laura for connecting with Superintendent Jerry Frew to learn about this important week. And thank you to all the teachers and staff of schools nationwide who contribute to the educational environment of our students. Vaudeville lives in Danbury, New Hampshire. On Friday, May 10th, a show featuring Wally Borgen from New London and her vaudeville group is set to premiere. If you're looking for some good, fun entertainment that evening, come and bring the family. The show begins at 7 p.m. in the historic Blazing Star Grange, number 71. A $5 suggested donation is welcome, but any amount would be appreciated. For more information, check out www.danburygrange.org. The Grange Hall is located opposite the Danbury Fire Station. In breaking news, Attorney General Joseph A. Foster and Keene Police Chief Kenneth J. Miola announced that an investigation is ongoing into a homicide in Keene, New Hampshire. On February 4, 2014, officers from the Keene Police Department responded to a 911 call for a report of an unresponsive female at 16 Lee Street, Keene. Once there, they discovered a deceased female, later identified as 52-year-old Catherine Churchill, inside her apartment. Based on the evidence available at that time, the initial belief was that Miss Churchill died as a result of a possible drug overdose. An autopsy was done, including toxicology testing. Subsequently, New Hampshire Deputy Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Jenny Duval was able to determine that Miss Churchill was the victim of a homicide. The circumstances surrounding this homicide remain under investigation. Anyone with information regarding Miss Churchill or her death is urged to contact the Keene Police Department directly at 603-357-9820.
Looking for something to do? Find the most interesting people, local events, and unique businesses with Upper Valley Life. Upper Valley Life takes you up and down the Connecticut River, covering the community in which you live and all that makes it special. The magazine brings the Twin State region to your doorstep with award-winning local coverage. Find out more at uppervalleylife.com. Rediscover your hometown and this great area we live in with our family of publications.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Rose Spillman. Now, Matt McDonald will have a look at our weather for the next few days and then move on to high school sports.
Thanks, Rose. Tonight we're expecting partly cloudy skies with a low around 36 degrees. Tomorrow afternoon will be sunny with highs in the 70s and winds around 5 miles per hour. Thursday night we'll have more clouds with lows in the 40s and calm winds. Friday we have a 50% chance of showers with a high of 63 degrees. Winds will range between 5 and 10 miles per hour, and lows will be in the 50s. Here's a glimpse of the weather from our northeastern and national radar maps. Now let's see what's coming up on our community calendar. Tomorrow in Walpole, New Hampshire, the Select Board will meet at 6 p.m. Friday in Vermont, the Brattleboro Common will host Camp for a Common Cause beginning at 4 p.m. featuring barbecue and live music. Remember, you can submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnnow.com. And now it's time to look at the YCN Game of the Week highlights. 27 seconds into the game, number 7 Haven Lance gets the Wasps on the board with this nice drive to the front of the net. In the second quarter, Connor McCarthy, number 23, picks up this ground ball and fires it past Hartford goalie James Young to give Woodstock a 4-0 lead.
Good job, Connor!
Young had a strong game in net, making several point-blank saves to help out the Hurricane defense. After some crisp man-up passing, standout football running back Oliver Kaya, number 14, puts home this shot to push the Woodstock lead to 5-0. In the second half, Kaya picks up this ground ball and hits Lance coming up from X for an 8-0 lead. Junior John Valecki finally gets Hartford on the board with this goal assisted by John Lewis. Woodstock went on to win 13-1 to improve 4-2. They will face Essex on Friday. Hartford drops to 1-5 and will host Stratton Mountain on Thursday.